Hola, amores, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, and 10 subscribers, Karibuni Tana. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super easy blondie, aka brownie's cousin. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, and share. These are the ingredients, and the measurements will be in the description as usual. We're going to start off by mixing together our melted margarine or butter if you prefer butter and brown sugar. The reason for using brown sugar is to give it a caramelish taste. The difference between this is because brownies you can use both brown and white sugar or just white sugar, but for blondies you use only brown sugar. Once it is well incorporated, we're going to add in our eggs two at a time, making sure that you're mixing everything properly. I also added a bit of vanilla essence, which you can eliminate if you don't have. Make sure that you have mixed your eggs thoroughly. At this point, you can also use a hand mixer or a stand mixer if you have one, but this is a very simple recipe that you don't need any equipment other than a whisk or a spatula. At this point, we're going to add in our melted white chocolate. Don't mind the lumps that you see or the bits of unmelted chocolate. The oven will deal with it. Make sure that everything is well incorporated for seamless baking. Also, make sure that your melted butter is not too hot to cook your eggs. I forgot to say that. Make sure that it's cool. It's not solidifying, but it's cool so that you don't cook your eggs or the rest of your ingredients. You don't want to have scrambled eggs. At this point, once everything is incorporated, we're going to add in our flour and baking powder. Once everything has been mixed together, I use a spatula, but I realized I changed it to a whisk because the wet ingredients are a bit thicker, and I don't want it to have lumps when cutting through it once it's baked and finding uncooked flour. I changed it to a whisk for easier com for easier mixing combination. Yes. Again, you don't need special equipment for this, you just need a whisk and a spatula. Once everything is well combined, we're going to add in our chocolate chunks or chocolate chips if you have, and you can use any. Now, a little hack I'll give you is before you put in the chocolate chunks or chips, dust it with a little bit of flour to prevent them from sinking to the bottom while baking. You can also add in nuts. You can use both white chocolate chips and dark chocolate chips, or you can just use dark chocolate chips if you don't have any more white chocolate chips. And you're going to bake this at 180 degrees for 20 minutes or until the toothpick or whatever testing thing you're using comes out clean. Once baked, you can serve it with a side of ice cream, have it as is, or warm it and have it with a cup of hot chocolate. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye.